I look like a fucking potted plant. No Face is an incel. Consumerism is a misplaced attempt to satisfy the needs of humanity. Trash cans are portals to hell. Landfills are holograms. Garbage isn't real. If garbage is real, then whatever I was talking to last night wasn't God, and I shouldn't have killed those people. Spirit is a movie about a horse. Spirit Day is an event nobody participates in. Spirited Away is a movie that convinces basic bitches that they like abstract art. We all love this movie, but we tend to fail to articulate why, which is unacceptable. Man does not live on vibes alone. Bitches got no face stickers on their MacBook Pros, but don't even know they're Sigmund Freud. Part 1, Freud. More like fraud. Got him. Freud was a dumbass, and I wish he was alive so I could kill him. He was wrong about gender, he was wrong about sex, he was wrong about sexuality. There is zero scientific evidence to back up any of his unhinged claims about our genitalia. He based his psychoanalytical theories on vibes. People are horny, perhaps sexual libido can be used as a framework to explain all of human behavior. Sure, but you just came up with that. Everybody also needs to eat. You could base all of psychoanalytical theory off of that. At least it accounts for asexuals. Bigot. But Freud was like, no, I got this. I'm in a brain blast. Little boys see their mom's vagina and become terrified that their penis will be removed. Women envy the penis and they want to have sex with their fathers. What are you talking about? Freud died of jaw cancer, which he contracted from a lifetime of sucking his own dick and talking nonsense. However, as we enter the realm of incels, weird love-hate relationship with vaginas, unhealthy obsession with sex causing psychological trauma, suddenly Freud is marginally useful. To be abundantly clear, I don't care about incels. I have no disdain for them, no sympathy, no interest in them at all as a subject. I hope they go to therapy and get some dick someday. I believe in all of you. There are all sorts of lives worth living. Sex is not the only deciding factor. Obsessing over it will cause you to lose the plot. Fetishizing any single thing will not bring you fulfillment. Unless it's me. In Spirited Away, a young girl named Marinette Dupen-Chang lives a double life where she is secretly the superhero Ladybug, saving Paris every single day. Wait, in Spirited Away, a little girl named Chihiro gets her parents turned to hogs, and a witch turns her name to Sen, and she starts a job at a bathhouse. I'm leaving out a few details, but I don't think too many. We first see the spirit named No Face on a bridge, where many specters are coming and going on business to and fro the bathhouse, but No Face remains still and unchanged, like Jesus in troubled times. The second time we see Shadow Darkman Incel, he hasn't moved, but then he vanishes upon witnessing Sen's stealth mission. When Sen returns to the bathhouse, he begins stalking her. Sen is a human in the spirit world. She's not supposed to be in this universe. She snuck out of the bathhouse unseen in the dawn where there is not another soul in sight. She's not supposed to be outside. She attends a secret rendezvous with her sexy dragon boyfriend and remembers her name and remembers her pig parents. She's not supposed to remember any of this.
Chihiro. That's my name, isn't it?
Sen, unlike the clients and workers of the bathhouse, is doing something outside of the natural order. This breaking of normalcy is what snaps No Face out of pure neutrality, the tantalizing concept of meaning. He's attracted to it. Part 2, women can't be nice to men because a man might interpret basic kindness as an indicator that he might be able to have sex with that woman, and then if the woman rejects his sudden sexual advances, then the man can become scary and aggressive. Yeah, Chihiro does not have a relationship with No Face. They aren't friends. They never become friends. Does that upset you? Did you think they were friends? They're not. He entirely one-sidedly constructs a narrative about her importance to him without her consent or knowledge. He's simping. You know, like you do for me. Keep at it. It's not real, but it pays for the wine. Just don't crawl into my window and touch yourself and whisper my name while I am sleeping or anything. That would bother me. The third appearance of No Face is in a scene of racial discrimination where fuckface will not serve Sen because she's human and smells bad. The same reason we ignore the homeless.
Fuck the poor. Fuck them.
These tokens buy bathwater, so it's kind of like Bitcoin you send to Twitch streamers. Sen needs one of these so she can do her job. The guy is being a dick about it. No Face is observing because he can move through walls and shit. Sen gives No Face a nod like, could you know, this is racist, I gotta do my job.
Oh, yes. What? What?
Thank you very much.
No Face complies and sauces her token, and Sen thanks the racist and ignores him and runs off like a good little worker bee because she's a good worker, a good girl. Ooh. I don't like that when I'm not on the chair, I can't lift my legs in the sky. What No Face takes from this interaction is that Chihiro wants tokens, and Chihiro needs No Face to get tokens. Both wrong. She's not thinking about you. That waitress isn't flirting with you. She's surviving in an exploitative capitalist structure that requires her not only to do labor for money, but also to maintain the emotional facade that she loves labor, and she loves her corporation, and she loves every single customer, and if she doesn't do that, she will be fired and has no say over this, even though she's the one that causes the business to run, and the owner sits in an office playing with fake numbers all day. Workers should collectively own businesses. We should do the Hunger Games, but instead it's 10-year-olds playing Fortnite against each other, but we still kill them if they lose. If The Weeknd really wants to be the next Michael Jackson, he should bleach his skin and kidnap a child. All bears are Russian. I won't be taking questions. No Face steals another big armful of bathwater bitcoins, then shows up to Sen's workplace like, I got that bitch so many bitcoins, she's gonna fucking love me. I figured it out. I figured out meaning. Bitches love bitcoins. She has to suck my dick if I comment a fire emoji underneath her bikini Instagram post. Sen responds to the simp like, what? What do you do? No, sorry, I don't need that. I only need one. Yeah, bye.
What? They're all for me? Thanks, but I don't need any more. No, I only need one.
Visible depression sets in. Part 3, fetishization. Alright, let's bring back the sexist idiot. Freud thinks that when boys see a vagina, they think, oh shit, her dick got. Is my dick gonna get got? He thinks this is a universal trauma in the male experience. Because he had that weird ass reaction, everybody else must. No, Sigmund, you're weird. But this concept has been abstracted so hard by so many decades of psychoanalysts and academics that we have retroactively made it make sense. We all as human beings negotiate with an innate emptiness inside of us, a lack. If we don't deal with that in a healthy way, we fetishize something else to deal with that emptiness. We develop unhealthy fixations related to our lack that create dysfunction. They serve both as a shield from our need and a twisted way to satisfy it. As soon as Ghostman witnesses something besides deterministic, meaningless neutrality, he ascribes to it the meaning of life, the solution to all his problems. Chihiro is the first interesting thing to ever happen to me. She must be the meaning of life. Chihiro wants a Bitcoin. Giving Chihiro Bitcoins is the key to meaning. Chihiro doesn't need Bitcoins? Doesn't need me? She just nodded at you, bro. Leave her alone. So he sulks in a corner while Chihiro and the rest of the bathhouse give Water God a bath, and Water God gives a bunch of gold to all the workers as a thank you. No Face witnesses the joy of equally distributed wealth before the super corporation comes and robs their wages.
Saki's on the house tonight. But first, hand over all the gold you picked up.
And again, he learns the wrong lesson through fetishization. People want gold? I think I can make gold. Yeah, I can make gold. Oh my god, meaning! So he uses gold to entice a frog the same way he tried to entice Sen with bathwater bitcoins. But unlike Sen, the frog is not a Chad. He is a beta cuck. I'm not really sure what those words mean. So the frog thirsts after the gold and introduces No Face to the concept of control over other people and meaning through transactional functionality. And then No Face eats him, just slurps him up like a wet noodle. Uh-oh. Part 4, No Face invents late-stage capitalism. No Face, the Bolsheviks would be disappointed. Now, what would Mao say? Karl Marx was of the opinion we live in a society, and we do. Shit isn't even stuff anymore. McDonald's doesn't make burgers, it makes money. Spirited Away is a commodity first and art after. It wouldn't exist nor persist if it weren't for its capital value. Even as I critically analyze it, we're making someone richer. I monetize this YouTube channel by plugging my Patreon, but even if I didn't, the fact that I have a small dedicated following means that there's dormant capital in what I create. I need to stretch my legs. I'm stretching my legs. Stretching, this is the leg stretching part of the video. Maybe capitalism starts great. Industrial revolution, post-World War II economic boom, I'm loving it. I go to work and I donate my labor and then they give me money, then I go home and then I go buy other people's labor and goods and then they take that money and then they go buy my labor and goods. We create a perfect little cycle and we're all getting rich. I'm loving it. Through this experience, we learn the wrong lesson and ascribe meaning and priority to where it should not be. Welcome to commodity fetishism. Right now, through money and consuming, our lives are good. This means that if we prioritize money and consuming, our lives will continually get better. So No Face is on a massive spending spree and he's loving it. The workers are loving it. They're getting lots of gold, he's consuming. This is gonna work. I figured out the meaning to life again.
Just keep the food coming. I want to eat everything!
Post-World War II economic boom in the bathhouse. Let's go, baby. This is a party. Yo, throw down that jam, pop a balloon, shoot your cousin. Sen wakes up to the bustling stock market and economic boom and her friends are like, this is great. We got money flowing in. Our work has value. Sen, come on, get in on this. We're gonna get rich. So let's see what Sen thinks of that. Roll the clip.
Come on, Sen. Let's go get some gold.
Come on, Lynn. Let's go get some more.
You bet.
Hey, wait for me.
Oh, okay, she still doesn't care. Her parents are still pigs and her hot dragon boyfriend got a boo-boo. She's got real problems. So she's sprinting off to attend to her loved ones and she accidentally stumbles into the No-Face stock trade blockade. And last time, maybe No-Face was a little naive, but this time he's like, okay, you ain't feel me back in high school, but I got my money up. I've been hitting the gym. I got a small successful business. I'm moving tax brackets. I'm paying back my student loans. I got a bachelor pad. Every one of my tweets gets 10 likes. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing yoga. I'm calling my mom every day. I'm gonna shoot my shot again. He found the meaning to life. He found out how to control the chaos all around, and bathwater bitcoins weren't the key to meaning. Money is. Chihiro, what do you think? Are we friends now that I've modded your Discord server for a month?
I don't want any, but thanks. I'm sorry, but I'm in a really big hurry.
She's not into you, bro. She's busy. Part 5. Why capitalism? Why anything? Why can you see the moon in the daytime sometimes? The moon is the nighttime sun. Why didn't anyone teach me how to make an invoice until I was 23? Why can't I just be okay? Just sit with myself when there's nothing to do, no distractions, and just be okay. Why does it hurt just to be? Why did Robert Downey Jr. follow up Endgame with fucking Dr. Dolittle? Dads argue that capitalism is good for 2 reasons. It's realistic and it's fair. They still want to help people, they just think this is the best way. People are selfishly motivated, so they should be incentivized to work hard for their own personal benefit. We should compete with each other to incentivize improvement and innovation. We should have the freedom to keep everything we earn and use that shit as we please. These are ideas about how capitalism and consumerism were meant to serve us. We made them for us. The problem is, capitalism doesn't know that. Capitalism is a killbot, and its only prime directive is create profit, and we trebuchet that shit into society on faith. But the killbot promptly set the world on fire, and now 3 people have all the money. Turns out the only thing capitalism is good at is generating capital. So what if we generate more capital if we disregard other people's well-being? What if we generate more capital if we scorch our planet and destroy our futures? What if the ultimate way to generate capital is if people who already have a lot of capital consolidate it, hoard it, and exploit workers to continue its growth? No-Face is trying to fill a hole inside of him called meaning, and the only techniques he has to do so are transaction, consumption, and money. And those are material things trying to fit in an immaterial hole, so the capitalism killbot rages without regard to its initial purpose, and it burns the world to a wasteland. What does Chihiro think of all of this? I don't know, she's doing something else.
I picked up some new friends. See?
He's a monster. He's already swallowed 3 people.
Late stage capitalism No-Face has become a monster at this point. He eats people if they upset him because the only language he understands is consumption and he can't distinguish between lives and commodities anymore. What's this remind you of? He ends up sitting in his filth, terrorizing every being around him, a blight on the ecosystem, pleasuring himself repeatedly by eating gourmet foods and asking for sen again and again and again.
Where is Sen? I want Sen!
Gross, dude. Take a shower. Get off 4chan. This apparatus is running overtime trying to satisfy a need it's not designed to fill, so it will never be done. It's like trying to fit a round peg in a square hole. Wait, that would fit. It's like trying to consume ethically under capitalism. The bathhouse workers want to not die, and they're running out of food to feed him, and they know that he eats people when he gets mad, so they start going like, we should throw sen in there. So they do, and this is the first and only time that Chihiro and No-Face have a conversation. Part 6, confronting the simp. I just found this over there. I think it's for a camera or a head. One of those. Ow. When No-Face finally gets Chihiro in a room, he starts acting all horny again.
Try this. It's delicious. Come closer, Sen.
He tries to access the object of his fetishization through the only ways he knows how. Consuming, delicacies, money, and Sen's not into it. He tells her she's special and he's not doing this for anyone else, like it matters to her at all.
Want some gold? I'm not giving it to anybody else.
What would you like? Just name it.
I would like to leave, sir. I have someplace I need to go to right away, please.
He demonstrates to her face that she has power over him and the only thing that he wants is to satisfy her desires. He wants her pleasure for himself. But this idea that she wants or doesn't want anything from him is already a false paradigm. He has no control over whether or not she feels pleasure. She has no interest in him. She doesn't know him. Every single thing that Sen says to No-Face throughout the entirety of the film is a formality. Just hollow thank yous and really simple questions like, do you have a family? You should leave. Even when he starts getting scary and aggressive upon her rejection, she just flatly asks, are you gonna eat me?
Take the gold. Take it.
Are you going to eat me?
Like it's just something she has to know for herself. And she confronts him with the inhumanity in the systems that he's built for himself of consumption, bribery, and exploitation. When she says, what do you want? Because this clearly isn't giving him it.
I'm lonely.
that you want?
I want Sen. I want Sen.
His response is, I want Sen, but that's not what he wants either, because Sen is very much not fulfilling his needs right now. So he freaks out and becomes violent because he experienced a moment with somebody else of just basic humanity, and his perception of their relationship got way out of control, and now she doesn't want to have sex with him, and how dare she?
Sen, what did you do to me?
Evil Shadow Man, Big Mouth, can kill things, dangerous situation. So the tension gets ramped up, a chase sequence takes place, and Sen avoids him easily. No Face never even gets close to proving an actual threat to Sen. She just runs away from him and evades him, and he slams into walls and whines and shows his impotency extremely quickly.
I'll get you for this, Sen.
Within a couple minutes, Chihiro's just casually walking towards the exit of the bathhouse and just checking behind her to make sure that he's pathetically still trying to kill her while he limps along. And this is the part that most people think that Sen and No Face become friends, that after he stops indulging those toxic habits, they get to actually engage on a real level and become companions. That's not what happens.
Hey! Over here!
Sen, don't call him over.
I think being in the bathhouse makes him crazy. He needs to get out of there.
She's just getting away from the bathhouse. It's just pragmatism. She's doing her job still. In fact, Chihiro's gonna get on the ambient liminal train to save her snake boyfriend, and she's not planning on taking No Face with her. She was gonna leave him in the ocean.
Here comes the train. Come on.
But when she's getting on the train, he shoves this big dumb oval face behind her, and she's like, oh, you want to come? All right, don't be weird.
We'd like to go to Swamp Bottom, please. Oh, you want to come with us? Sit here. Behave yourself, okay?
The closest No Face ever gets to being Chihiro's friend is quietly sitting beside her on the train. Once. Part conclusion. No Face means absolutely nothing to Chihiro, and it's hilarious. The train takes them to Granny's home. No Face hesitates before entering the abode, but Granny specifically invites him in.
Come in. Hurry up, I don't have all day.
Come on.
Granny offers him food.
I'm sorry she turned your parents into pigs, but there's nothing I can do.
Granny thinks he's helpful.
No Face, where did you learn to spin thread? You're really good at this.
Sen doesn't think that. The only thing she's ever said to him is, thanks, I don't need that, and I got somewhere to be. No Face finds meaning without fetishizing. He smiles with a little drool coming in his mouth again, but this time it's not delusional. But my favorite part is the conclusion of this relationship, or lack thereof, where he says goodbye to Chihiro.
It's time to go home.
Her sexy dragon boyfriend returns to her, and they're all over each other in the moonlight. It's romantic as fuck, right in front of No Face's non-face. And she says goodbye to Granny and No Face forever. She's like, I'm gonna ride my mystic river crush into the enchanted night and experience intimacy and self-knowledge, okay? Bye! And No Face is happy to stay with Granny. This is his great triumph. He stops obsessing over this unattainable idea of a person, and he looks in front of him and finds a life worth living right there.
No Face, why don't you stay with me? I could use a good helper.
And Chihiro doesn't even say bye to him.
Granny! Thank you so much. I'll miss you. Granny, take care. Thanks for everything.
He's right there beside Granny. He's finally found his place in the world. He's finally let go of her, and he's waving goodbye. She's never gonna see either of them again, and she's like, bye, Granny, and flies away. Because No Face is completely insignificant to Chihiro. She doesn't care about him. She feels no fondness. She was never really threatened by him. He wasn't an obstacle towards anything. He meant nothing to her. He just had to figure that out. But that wave, there's something so transcendentally comedic and beautiful about this ending with her arms wrapped around her sexy, slender, mythological boy toy in front of this blob of thirst and simping that's been following her and trying to make her important in his life. And as they're about to fly away, just to forever depart and put a button on this whole situation, she's just like, bye, Granny! And just... The disrespect. I think I'm an addict, want the world and I'ma have it. I'm so fucking dramatic, got all my bones up in the attic and I dance them all around like a marionette. If your name's on screen, you're a patron. You give me money. I like you better than the regular subscribers. And the rest of you should give me money more often. Alright, goodbye.